Hi, if you want to know how to make this Bernie Sanders doll, I'll show you how. Mr. Sanders, this is not a meme, this is a tribute to you. The first thing I made was I took a piece of styrofoam and I cut a rectangular. I laminated the cold porcelain paste and covered the whole piece. Now for the face, for the head, I took the paste in flesh color. I made a little ball. Then I made like a little teardrop, like that. And I helped myself with the acrylic pen to make to divide the face from the forehead to the mouth part. And I cleaned the edges. I made sure that I looked nice the way I wanted it. And I'm going to take two little pieces of the same paste and make the ears. For the ears, I just took two little balls and placed them on each side of where the eye is gonna be. This is a very simple way of making a Bernie Sanders. Now with a ballpoint, I'm going to press on each side of the ear, and this is it. I let that dry. Now I'm going to make the legs. This is a dark gray paste, so I'm going to make a little ball as always. I'm going to make a little roll. I'm going to roll it like a sausage, and one side is going to be thinner than the other. And I'm going to fold it and make the knee. Pinch it a little bit to make the knee, and on the bottom I'm going to open up a little bit so I have room to place the leg in the shoe. Just like this. Very simple way of making it. Place it where I'm going to place. It could be anything. I mean, I use a little block of styrofoam. You can use anything. And since that's the way I want to make it, so I'm going to make some lines, like when the pants, when you wear pants and fold your legs, you make the wrinkles. That's what I'm making. And instead of using the acrylic pen, which I should have, I use this ballpoint stick. And now I'm going to make the other one the same way that I made the first one, the first leg, and make these lines on the pants. And place it on top of the other one. Now for the body, I took a little piece of a styrofoam and carved it like a rectangle, and then one side is gonna be like, it's gonna have an inclination because he's gonna be sitting like that. So I just made sure that I sanded all the edges so it doesn't cut the pieces when I cover this styrofoam piece. So make sure that it's it covers the legs also. Now I'm going to laminate gray paste. This is just to cover the styrofoam. It doesn't have to be a very nice cover because it needs the piece needs to have some kind of paste, so when we make the jacket on top, it holds to the paste. Otherwise it's going to it's not going to stick to the styrofoam. So I'm going to cover this piece. It doesn't have to be very neat because it's going to be covered, but still you don't want all those edges to show when you cover it with a jacket. something like this, very simple. Now I'm going to place it where it's gonna be, like that. Now I made this template out of paper to make sure that when I cut the piece, the paste, it's gonna cover and make sure it looks like a jacket. So I made this template, and now I'm going to laminate paste, make it a little thicker. I'm going to laminate it and make sure I'm going to be able to cut the piece. Like that. And now I'm going to use my stick and cut it. I made it a little longer on the top side because I noticed when I covered with the paper, it needed a little bit. So I'm going to soften all the edges. And I'm going to make a line simulating the stitches of the jacket. Simple, just on one side because the other side is not going to show. And place it over the body. And make sure to overlap one on top of the other. And now I'm going to cut the excess paste and make sure you smooth it so it doesn't show the cutting of the scissors. Now that I have this, I'm going to make the lines because it's when he's sitting, the jacket is all wrinkled. So I'm going to make the lines to simulate the wrinkles of the jacket. Do it all around. Now I'm going to make the mittens. I'm going to make a little ball, and then with my fingers I'm going to divide the mittens, and I'm going to press. Very simple, very simple. What I'm very sorry because I noticed that I didn't record the part where I was painting the pieces, but it was a very simple painting with acrylics. Okay, just make lines and little dots between the lines. I'm going to make sure that it's gonna fit, and I'm going to make the other one. Very simple piece. And make sure that I have the two of them the same. One is a little longer than the other one. Now I'm going to make the shoes. I already made one, so make sure that you have the two of the balls of the same. So I made a little cone, and then I'm going to make the top part of the shoe and press it down the front and press it, and just again you should use, if possible, the acrylic pen. I use the little ball point a stick, but if you have the acrylic pen, it's better. So I make sure that both of them are the same size, and then I'm going to cut the bottom of the shoe. I was gonna make the sole of the shoe, but then I decided not to because it's such a small piece that it didn't need to. So I just made the line for the heels, and that's all I did. And make sure that both of them are the same size. before I put them to dry. Let them dry a little bit before you place the little legs in them. Now I'm using grape paste for the legs. I'm making sure that it goes with the size of the leg. And this is going to be, I'm going to make a little sausage, and see that I'm on the sides, I'm letting them a little wider and thinner in the center. I'm going to thin it a little bit and make sure that it fits the shoe. Now I'm going to put a little bit of glue. Like so, and I'll do the same thing with the other shoe and make sure it fits. Since it's too long, so I'm going to cut it. Again, I should be using the acrylic pen to make the opening of the pants. So I'm going to cut this because it's too long. And I'm going to position. As you notice, I made this, everything is fresh, and if you make it, please let the pieces dry before you put them together, okay? But for the video, I just made everything is fresh. So I'm going to do the same thing with the other leg. I'm telling you, this is a very easy piece to make. And I'm going to use a little piece of styrofoam or something to hold the feet in position and let it dry. See, this is what I did. I put a little bit of styrofoam on the bottom to hold the shoe in place. Now I'm making the little arms, and this is gonna be like 2 inches, and I'm going to fold it and make the elbow. Pinch it a little bit so I can make the elbow. And make the opening for the mittens. Like so. Do the other one again, the same way. And I'm going to position and see if it's the correct size. Now I'm going to make the little lines of the jacket. I made a few because he has a few wrinkles the way he was sitting, so I'm making a lot of the wrinkles, and I'm going to see if it looks good the way it will be positioned. And now I'm using my acrylic pen to make the opening, and I'm going to place the mittens. With a little bit of glue. Now I'm going to place them on each side, like so. As you notice, the mittens I made them very simple. I could have used a little bit more time to make them nicer, but for this is a video that I made just at night that I wanted to, do something, and I realized that I could make this Bernie Sanders figure. So, and I did it very fast, as you can see. But it's something that you can, everybody can do. Now I'm going to make his hair. Again, I'm going to make the center a little bit, thinner than the sides. My head is not dry enough, so make sure you let the head dry. It's best if you let the pieces dry before you place the hair, so you don't mess up the head. So I'm placing a little bit of glue and position it. Bit of paste. It could be any color because it's not going to show, but I decided to make it out of the same color of the jacket. So I'm going to place a piece of toothpick and place this as a neck. And I'm going to position the head on top. I'm using a little roller to help me flatten the piece, and just made a straight line. And I made sure the pieces are the sides and ends like thinner, and I'm going to position it. I don't know why I had such a hard time trying to position the color of of this jacket, but it's if you place it in the center of the head, it's easy. I don't know why it took me so long to do this. It kept moving to one side. It's funny, but I was like, why is it doing this? So yeah, and then I finally found the position, and like that, it looks good now. I could have left it like that, it's fine, but I wanted to make some lines also, because the way he's eating, it's all wrinkled. It's funny, this picture and the memes that they're making. Some of them are so funny and some of them are mean, but this is a cute piece. So yeah, just make some lines. like that. Now I'm going to make the mask, and this has to be very thin. Just laminate the piece very, very thin, and just made a rectangular. It has to be smaller than what I made, so I had to cut it again a couple of times. Again, I don't know why it took me so long to make this. Cut a rectangular and then fold it. Made 2 folds on each side. Like so. And trim it a little bit because it's too big. Still big, but make sure it fits. So I know that it's a little bit big. Cut again. Make sure it fits, looks nice, looks good. I don't know why it's taking so long to make this little mask. But that's the way it is. Okay, looks good now. I'm gonna trim it a little bit more. So now you know that you have to make it a little smaller than what I made it at the beginning. So now it fits good now. Now I'm happy. And there it is. Now the glasses, I made it with alpaca wire. I made a circle over one of the sticks that I have, and then I made another circle, and I made the little feet on the side. It's very easy to make. So now I'm going to paint. I use black and white to make, dark gray and light gray for the eyes, and with a liner brush, very thin light liner brush, I'm going to make the eyes. Just 2 little lines on each side. And then what it doesn't show here, that I made the eyes a little bit thicker, and then I made just a little line, and white line in the center, and then a little black dot as the eye. But this is like this is fine also. And I'm making the eyelashes. Made it a little whiter or grayish. Like so. And I also put some blush on the forehead, and some dark gray in the around his hair, so it makes a gray hair, just to give it a little more detail. And my Bernie Sanders is done. Isn't this so cute? I loved making him. I hope you make it, and tag me if you do. All right, this is how it looks. Cute, 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 cute. And it's done. All done. I hope you like it. Well, if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give it a like, share it with other people, and follow me on my social media. I see you on the next video. Bye.